And for our tech brunch this morning, Cédric Parent is here with us, Deputy CEO and Chief Marketing Officer at Orange. Good morning.
Good morning, Thomas.
Thank you very much for being here. What does Orange's cloud business represent today?
I would say that first of all is the women and the men that constitute all the talents, the skills, the experience that we have in the cloud, and all those people that are constituting today the cloud business and representing, I think, that more than 6,000 people, dedicated experts when it comes to data, AI, and cloud. Secondly, I think, and it's probably the first one as well, is the customer that we are serving all across the globe. There are more than 3,000 customers, big logos and big brands that we are serving and that we are super happy to deliver the services today. Third one, I think it's a super fast-growing business for us. We have almost doubled the size of the business in the last 3 years. It's a 2-digit growth every year. And last but not least, I think that in terms of strategy, I would say is the balance between providing to customer innovation and agility, and at the same time, the trust and the sovereignty when it comes to data.
Doubled your size in 3 years. That's amazing. What are the fields of application?
I think that a very important thing to mention first is that most of the time it's very customary, I would say, to say that cloud is only infrastructures, only the IaaS and the server and things like that. And it's much more than that. It's like, you know, the IaaS, the infrastructures are only the engines, and we are delivering the cars. The engine is important, but they are much more in the experience when you have a car than only the engines. In that case, and being a network native digital services company, Orange Business Services, it's able to accompany the customers towards all the steps and the stages of the cloud transformation, whether it's on the consulting parts, migrations, managed services, optimizing the data, connecting, I would say, the servers and I would say the application, but as well the security. So it's really in a multi-cloud world, since most of the customers are multi-clouds, being able to deliver the car and not only the engine part.
This is a technological and almost a political question. I'm saying question, it could be a debate. Why is it important to have a sovereign cloud in Europe?
It's a very, I would say, interesting question. I think that here there are many compelling events that bring it at the top of the agenda of the CIO and even the governments. I would say that there is a super fragmentation of the geopolitical ecosystems, mostly due, I would say, to some geopolitical tension, as you said, but as well due to some regulations statements, the end of the privacy shields, for instance, last summer, the doctrine Cloud au Centre that has been released by the French government, and it's a very important step forwards when it comes to data sovereignty and innovations that has been released in the 17th of May. All the extraterritorial law as well that are coming up and showing up in many countries now. And the C, I would say, it's also the fact that most of the companies and organizations has realized that the cloud digital transformation is at the center in the game when it comes to the influence, but as well in the economic development.
Yeah, so Europe needs to have its independence in terms of clouds. You were saying a little earlier that your cloud has doubled size in 3 years. What are you looking for the next 3 years?
I think at least doing the same.
The same, so it's huge.
Yeah, it's also doubling the size as well, and probably going even faster. I think that we made, and what feels us proud is this growth, but as well the trust from the customers as well, that stay with us, and we are super honored, and we feel the sense of responsibility to accompany the cloud transformation, but as well the business transformation of our customers when it comes to the cloud.
A very last question. Why is it important for you to be here at Vivatech?
Many important things. Obviously, as the gathering of many vibrant ecosystems of the digital, the startups, but as well big groups. There is also a personal note. You know, it's the first big global European event on the B2B. I would say that is reopening widely, and I think that it conveys a very positive and very optimistic note. Orange is super committed to Vivatech. I think it's the 5th years in a row that we have been the platinum sponsor of the event. And even if you go to the booth, you would say that we have a cloud starter program helping the startups to have the meanings when it comes to the clouds to develop their activities. And in this one, I will try probably to connect the dots between innovation, cloud, sovereignty, and the startup. I think that for the startups, and we have even realized even more is the context, the cloud is not only a landing zone, it's not only servers, it's really a business I would say, transformation catalyst. And it's very important to help the customer, to help the startups to have these meanings to develop, to implement super fast, but as well to protect their intellectual property. So if I may, I would say a summary, it's really helping the startups to go super fast, having the new services, to develop new services for their own, but being at the same time protecting their intellectual property. It's really the sweet spot of Orange Business Services when it comes to this subject. Agility, innovation on one hand, and sovereignty and trust on the other hand.
Thank you so much, Cédric. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here this morning.